Okay, everything is correct. We are back. We are back. We are back to a world of Hunter Nation. Hey, Lo-Fi. How you doing? You just got here the moment stream started. Let's go put some stuff away. That's good. We are going to be hunting. I hate to say it, but we're gonna hunt chips roast today. Because I gotta get that done. I gotta get the weapon upgraded.
Hi.
Okay. Hello, old man. Forgot guild cards are like strange in this game. I should have a chest in here that I can access. I don't? It's kind of weird that that's not a thing. I thought there would be. Because I don't need the hot drink. I don't need the cool drink right now. It's a matter of just, I don't need it. It's taking up space. I forget. What do you have? I got 9,000 points. Look at that. Go over here. gather some mushrooms. Nitro shrooms. I need more of them. Okay, nothing else. Stone? Whetstone's at maximum, okay. Oh my, it's locked on. Okay, I was gonna say, is it locked on a whetstone as an item? No, it's just I got 2 of them in a row. Dogs are currently enjoying some bones. The bones from yesterday. Well, technically, I think that the bones from like Monday or Tuesday. Hey, Fire Cyclone. How you doing? Put the mushrooms away, put the iron ore away. And it is 'tis I, the bundle of cats. I'm doing good. I took a nap before stream in my chair. And I'm currently finishing off a bowl of Master Trolley.
Hi.
My chair is one of those chairs that can recline back all the way, and I can lie backwards, and I can lie down like I'm in a bed. Yeah, it's somewhat fancy. I need... Okay, I don't need a Diablos as much as that'd be fun. I don't need that right now. Gyps roast, there we go. That's what I needed to hunt. This is Monster Hunter Freedom, technically the 3rd game in the franchise. Because you had Monster Hunter G, which was Japan/Korea only, and then you have Monster Hunter Freedom, which is the PSP version that is supposed to be the quote-unquote improved Monster Hunter 1. It's not improved. It's not improved. It's still a buggy mess. Yeah, for a long while, as the Huntathon goes on through the multiple days, it's going to be just Monster Hunter for a long while. And then after that, I'm going to be doing a lot more games that aren't Monster Hunter oriented or related. Because I want this to be like a massive, like, hey, let's go, we did it. Now I can play other games that aren't Monster Hunter related, and no one can say anything about it. I didn't grab the map. Oops. I need that. Yeah, most people got introduced to the franchise Cyclone through World or Generations Ultimate. Generations Ultimate being on the Switch, and being one of the Switch's bigger releases, and then World being the, like, I'm the super massive release that broke sales records in every direction. There we go. I got the map I needed. I tend to stick to the ones I like as well. It's just the ones I enjoy tend to not be really streamable. Is the easiest way to put it, because people usually aren't looking for it on Twitch or any platform. I think the only one that really fits that category is Expedition 33, and Expedition 33 very much is you have to enjoy turn-based you have to enjoy turn-based RPG games if you're gonna stick around and watch. Same with things like Final Fantasy X. Hey, Fire Cycle, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the feeling pile. Same with Final Fantasy X, because Final Fantasy X, there's a section in it to where you are actively incentivized to turn on auto battle or somehow rig your controller to be set your controller on turbo, so you can farm a bunch of XP. And there's streamers and content creators who mainly play Final Fantasy games, and even they'll tell you, yeah, Final Fantasy X is kind of hard to stream, because for a good segment after Kilika Island, you are just on that one battle farming Sin Spawn for the entire, like, potentially 8-hour duration. What? Okay. That was a bit questionable. Gonna end up here. Okay, I got it painted. Block the flash. Yeah, I'm using every possible trick I can to abuse this thing. Because this thing is annoying when it's just around a bunch of enemies. Yeah, the early Final Fantasy games are not really that grind intensive. It's the, like, 10, 9, 8. Once you hit 7, it becomes very grind intensive as a franchise. Personally, I think the grind in 7 is atrocious. Like, the original Materia grind was awful. It was genuinely atrocious. Personally, I think the best grind in any Final Fantasy, I have to say 10. It sounds stupid because I just described sitting there for 8 hours on a single fight just farming enemies. But like the grind of 10 is usually in usually in 2 places, 2 or 3 actually. About 2 or 3 places, and then you're good for the entire game type of scenario. Unless you're trying to stat max, which in case you're stat maxing, have fun. You're sitting for a long time. Play the old PlayStation games. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. A good bit of the old PlayStation games, they got overhyped. But there are some like Shadow of the Colossus, Final Fantasy VII, the original one, not the terrible remakes. Stuff like that, where they are genuinely worth playing. Okay, I just need him to do his charge move. I have a few seconds. Okay, I'm good. Got it. Also, the original Kingdom Hearts, like, that's just a good game. I say Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts 2 because after Kingdom Hearts 2, the story got so complicated, it's not really worth following. And that's just due to the fact that Nomura is a terrible writer. No, I'm getting hit by the feet. Game, what was that? I can get that, wanting to play more simpler games. Because sometimes, I gotta be honest, I enjoy a simple game as well. Because sometimes you're like infoed out type of thing where you just get bored or you don't want to pay attention, you just want to do something fun. But I'm also kind of a weirdo that wants to just like have a complicated but understandable story. Kind of like Nier. With Nier Automata and Nier Replicant. Very simple story to digest, hyper complicated when you try to get down to it. Is it bad to say that as a kid, Cyclone, I would force myself specifically to play games I couldn't read? So I had to learn to read? Because that's exactly what I did. Because I distinctly remember playing Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, and that game forced me to learn to read. Oh, it's not dead, by the way. It's playing that. That's what Gypsarus does. It's a fool. It tricks you. But yeah, I do hold the opinion that, like, if you do have a hard time reading, the best thing I can say is what I did as a kid is I got a book. I would get books usually 1 or 2 grades above me, and I would pretty much just sit there. It's like, I don't understand a word, grab a dictionary. I don't know how to say a word, grab a dictionary. Because, like, it sounds so strange to say this, but reading is probably is usually one of my biggest hobbies now. And I don't normally read, like, traditional books. Sometimes I do. Like, one of my favorite books is Treasure Island. But most of the time I'm reading manga. Or I'm reading manhwa. Because China and different language has different names. Well, aren't you a super special donut operator? You see what I did there? You see the joke I did? Someone in the YouTube chat's named Operator, and there's a YouTuber called Donut Operator. You got bored of reading after that, man? How do you get bored of reading? Legitimate question. Yeah, I do simulcast. Icy does a lot of stuff. Predominantly does well having just Twitch, because he does streaming predominantly for fun. Really? It's faking again? Wow. That was confusing. Why is it? Please tell me this is a normal pattern. got into hacking PSP games and learning tech stuff. So you didn't get bored of reading. What you got bored of was the content you were reading. There's a difference. It stole my map! Monster. You heathen! You took my map! Tom Clancy, I will at least say the novels are interesting. Not the biggest fan myself, but I get why people like them. So I assume what you enjoy reading is technical manuals. Oh yeah, I was also helping Samson get stuff set up to do multi-streaming as well if he wants to, which is kind of interesting. I will hydrate. Give me 1 minute. Drink of coffee taken. That was me. I overextended. Operator, what game added using an item when you have the shield out? Okay. I think I saw a different streamer chat, a bot that hit. Okay, what that streamer is doing, Fireshot, not Fireshot, you're Fire Cyclone, not Fireshot, different person. What that person is doing with a chat bot is actually against Twitch's rules of service. You cannot merge chats. Listen, you both have fire as the first part of your name. I'm gonna get confused. Most people don't follow that rule of the TOS. That's the thing. And them not... I think that's part of the reason why Twitch decided to go full-blown crazy. It's like, they weren't doing the bare minimum to, it's like, okay, we'll kind of follow your rules. No. Because genuinely, there is a point where people have to go, like, you know what? Maybe we should follow at least some of them so they don't try to, like, hyper-enforce them. But, as Operator puts, Twitch is draconian. Personally, myself, I am more a fan of, I'm more a fan of streaming on YouTube. Because it sounds so weird. But gaining an audience on YouTube for streaming is easier than gaining an audience on Twitch. Now, do I think Kick has the same issue of Twitch, where it's kind of difficult to gain an audience if you're not doing specific things? But other than that, I don't mind it. And that's just due to the fact how Kick gives monetization literally at the creation of an account. Downside is if you're not really doing IRL streaming or talking about politics on Kick, you're not really getting that far. That is as far as you can really go with the merging of chats, is having both show on screen for Twitch's end. Now for like YouTube, Kick, all that stuff, they don't care. Matter of fact, they kind of incentivize it. Gypserus, I kind of need the poison sack. Yes, YouTube can and will advertise your streams next to relevant videos, and that's one of the ways that growth very much does. Yeah, that's the thing, operator. You can show the chats on stream. You cannot combine them onto like the actual chat window for viewers type of scenario. It's really dumb. It's really dumb.
Hi.
YouTube streaming is... It's not that it's the best. It's more functional for what you want. It lacks a lot of the content, a lot of the interaction features that Twitch does. Same with Kick does. Where in many cases, it's a lot harder to do like super interactive streams using YouTube. Because YouTube does not have a public API. Probably how I phrased it, operator. Probably how I phrased it. In response to Fire Cyclone. Yeah, so like example, they can do the fish, the whole like fish thing that is for, that Samson does, that Armor does, that Faithful does. Yeah, you can do that because they have a publicly opened API. I'm gonna put these away for now because they're just taking up space. Kick hasn't... Yeah, Twitch just has all the fun bells and whistles. YouTube really doesn't because their main focus is basically video hosting at the end of the day. Rumble tries to do things interesting with interaction because they do have a publicly open API, but no one really uses it.
Hi.
Kick has one now. but they didn't have one for a long time, and that kind of hindered them. It also doesn't help that, example. Yeah, Nicholas. Video hosting was not really a thing back then for for others, like, publicly. It was really a thing that you had to do yourself. Hey, Gloopy. I'm gonna be honest, Fire Cyclone, I did stream on Mixer when it first came out. It was pretty good. But then it got bought up by Microsoft, and it sucks. Because, like, Mixer was one of the first few platforms to do zero latency streaming. And zero latency streaming, man, was really good. Like, I kind of miss the whole I kind of miss zero latency streaming. It was perfect in my mind for what it wanted to do. Yes. There was a thing called zero latency streaming, and it worked really good. But it costs a lot of money, Gloopy. It costs way too much money. And it is interesting that once Microsoft bought up Mixer and then they linked it to Xbox, a lot of the good fun features kind of just disappeared. And it's probably because it cost them too much money to run. But that's like the downside of a streaming service, is you're not really gonna make money on hosting the live stream. Matter of fact, it's nigh impossible to, I'm gonna be honest. That's why Rumble doesn't incentivize their live stream, and it incentivizes their video hosting. Because their video hosting is pretty much turned into somehow being extremely profitable. Whereas like YouTube and like YouTube, BitChute, all of the platforms that existed before Rumble all had an issue where they were basically making enough to stay up and running, or a little bit over enough to stay up and running. Like, I'm gonna be honest, YouTube as a platform is not really... I won't say it's not profitable, but I will not say... But I will not say it makes YouTube lots of money. It's kind of like a tax write-off thing, as I put it. The whole thing with Twitch and how Twitch is basically Amazon's perpetual tax write-off. Yeah, YouTube did have mailboxes and a messaging system early on. They also had video. They also had an in-website response program. So it's like someone posted a video response, you could literally have it combined. It was very interesting. Early YouTube did a lot of interesting things that are kind of sad to see them go. I don't know if the next gen Xbox will be able to stream or not. I know PlayStation has got their system up and running, but the PlayStation streaming system is not very optimal. I want to get away, game. Yes, early YouTube also limited unpartnered streamers to 10 minutes or less. That is one thing that did occur. And I truthfully think the 10 minutes or less thing was due to the fact that they had limited storage space. Yeah, I could imagine Monster Hunter back then would have been really difficult. Because in the early gens, your average hunt is a lot more, usually more than 10 minutes. True. The cuts for old YouTube are very interesting. I will be able to read that in a second. This is a random question, but if you were able to take certain parts of Twitch or YouTube or Kick for streaming, make the best platform, what would those be? It would be, in all honesty, it would be the stability. Yeah, there weren't really interesting. There were some interesting ways to capture music in the early days of YouTube. But if I had to take certain parts from content platforms, it would be the stability that comes with YouTube for, like, streaming purposes. It would be the chat interactivity options that come from Twitch. Yeah, Justin TV became Twitch. Nick. And if anything, it would be the monetization method for Kick. Also, I would probably take from YouTube the way that people are shown content. Those are really the key parts I would take. There's small and minor ones, but those are really just like the minutia of like what's secondary to what's most important. Because the whole thing about the monetization, when like just talk about the monetization method, the monetization method Kick has is actually successful to both the platform and its users. Same with Rumble, with how they're doing it. And that's due to the fact that Kick doesn't really do ads. What they do is they actually pay per active and unique interactions on the stream itself. So say you have like 10 people. They will actually pay you per the unique interactions of those 10 people. And that's just because people don't like to watch ads. And you know through that method that the traffic is legitimate, which is the interesting part. I find it an interesting method that they use to confirm active and real people in chat. It's a very interesting way they did it. Seeing they tied it to the monetization method as well. Gypsarus, can you... Yeah, you're not gonna stop. This is... Okay, can you please calm down? What are you doing? You weird gray-skinned chicken! I literally couldn't hit this thing when it was over here. Okay. The joke used to be that everyone is a bot until proven otherwise. The joke was used for WoW and RuneScape mainly. Like, I get that. I understand why that joke exists. Because those games had a lot of bots. They still have a lot of bots. Okay. Can you... Yeah, it's not really a joke anymore. That's the sad part. Okay, Gypsarus, stop! Kick as a platform is largely backed by the Stake Corporation, which is a gambling corp, which runs gambling websites. But the thing is about Kick is the fact that it's largely going away from being so gambling focused to becoming something that uses more so... How do I phrase this without it sounding weird? They're using methods, they're using similar methods that Rumble does, where they're verifying the traffic themselves and obtaining advertisers. And because they can verify the traffic, they know that the advertiser is going to want to genuinely want to pay more due to the fact that, hey, guess what? The advertisements for the advertisers are actually going to real people. They still do a good bit of stuff right now from the gambling, but from everything I've seen, Kick is slowly trying to get away from being so branded on the idea of like a casino type of situation that was originally how streamers started on there. I do remember that for RuneScape is that group of scammers was genuinely both hilarious to see and horrifying to know that it existed. Also, I was convinced by a friend to make an Instagram, so if anyone wants to know what I'm doing that's not game related, that'll probably be where the blacksmithing stuff goes, I'm gonna be honest. The hunt's going good. I'm trying to get the poison sacks from the Gypsaros. My favorite thing in RuneScape was mining. I could mine runesmith, adamantine. I had 60 in all combat and non-combat skills. Dang. Is it gonna fake its death? No. Reminds me of the old. I forgot they did an episode on old RuneScape. Not the biggest fan of Rick and Morty. I'm not at all. I genuinely hate the work, and that sounds so bad. I genuinely hate the work of Dan Harmon. And that's just because Dan Harmon thinks he's funny. He's not funny. It's the people around him that are the funny people, but he takes credit for the people around him. I've seen Psychopath's animation, and I have seen the 1980s Saint Seiya ones. They are very good animation. Personally, I think the animation for another beats all of them, but that's just me. I'm just a huge fan of another, so that's kind of how that works. I want to move, game. They do hold up well after a decade. I got a knockdown again. Hey, I got it. I'm gonna heal. I know where it's going now. But yeah, I'm just a weirdo that says another's, the animation for another holds up much better over most stuff now. Such an old show, realistically, now, but dang it, it's good. Where's it going? Okay, it's going in there. Oh yeah, so something funny happened today. I got up to go for a bike ride. Not even 2 minutes in, it goes from, hey, it's nice weather, it's not so hot, but it's not so cold, I can go. Cloud overcast, genuinely good weather, to, I am the sun and the heat, you shall bear the humidity of my suffering. Not even 2 minutes in, the weather just did like a 180-degree change. Stop with the blinding effect! Gotta be honest, man, I still remember the death in another where it's an umbrella through the neck. Like, that is ingrained in my memory. And the fact that they animated the true death. That stare death is the umbrella through the neck, man. Like, that is a borderline the most heinous death ever. And it's animated terrifyingly well. Like, they truly get how much blood would come out of your neck if you got impaled. not even just that, they get the whole body, they get the fact that the body would not be able to recover from that, for the fact that you got an umbrella through the neck. What would happen is your body would just start twitching, trying to figure out what to do. But because you're losing so much blood, you wouldn't have any idea what's going on. That show genuinely is the reason why I'm kind of numb to horror and heinous deaths in shows. What the heck, man? Gypsera, stop running! Oh my. Game, I kinda hate you right now. Okay, I gotta check 5, then I gotta go back to 9 if it's there. Okay, it's there. Just gonna stand here, let it go to sleep. Yeah, the AI is not being really kind right now. Now it fakes its death. Okay. Why did that hit me? There we go. The AI really did not want to AI right. Can you stop giving me rubbery hide? I need the poison sack. I got one. I gotta move the fan to face me. Apologies if that gets picked up in the microphone. Okay, chat, I need an answer. Are tranks required to capture in this game, or is it only traps?
Hi. Hi.
Tranks are a supply item. Okay. Well, I guess I'm not capturing. And that is the last of my food. Coffee is good. Yes, I just used the speed up to get my stuff. So now I just need one more poison sack and I'll be fine. Hey, Rebozo. Yep, I just need one more. No! I am not going to just hunt Rathian. You weirdo! Do all of you, I was gonna say, do all of you just want to see me have a conniption fit against a monster? And the answer is probably yes. I'm doing good. I wanted to see what Mine Guard looked like, but I don't think I got Mine Guard in this game.
Hi.
How you doing, Rebozo? Are you being a bozo that's made of robots? Sad.
Hug.
I want to see Minegard. But Minegard's not in this game. That makes me so sad. That's good. Surely. More paintballs. But we are to paint the world in the color of pink. Chief Little Turtle, thank you for the hydrate. More coffee, drink. I live off coffee. It's kind of how that works. Oh, that hurt. You have to hate it when you feel like you're perfectly fine, but suddenly you have to instant sneeze. That instant sneeze is just crazy. And uncomfortable. The doodle is trying to eat the bone marrow out of the bone. So she's like sticking her tongue inside it, going like, "Meh." You can't see the face I made, but it's like she's just trying to turn. She's turning her tongue into a U shape to try to get it to get at the bone marrow. Where are you? Gypsaurus, where are you? I need to slit your throat open. There it is. That moment you have to speed up the game for the monsters to show up. Oh yeah, I'm thinking of eventually getting Warhammer Rogue Trader. I don't know. It's in the decision-making process right now. Because I don't know how, because it's one of those games that I know is very specific to an audience type of thing. And if you're live streaming it, I don't know how it's gonna go, but I kind of want to get your perspective on that. It's either going to be Rogue Trader or KH1. Because I enjoy the first two Kingdom Hearts games. Game! Worst thing is when it feels like people can sense you're about to sneeze and and pick up right then to talk to you. Yes, that is painful. But I would kind of like to do some more isometric games. I'm gonna be honest. I love isometric games in general. So, like, if people got any recommendations for them, I'll take them. Is like, I have Fallout 1 and 2 on my computer right now. They're just there because, you know what, one of these days I just might want to play Fallout on stream, and I enjoyed the first 2 games. To me, I think truly the only true Fallout games are New Vegas 1 and Fallout 1 and 2, and then New Vegas. It's because Chris Avalon worked on them. I enjoy a good isometric RPG. That's really about it. Can you stop flying? I've heard a good thing about the Neo, The World Ends With You. I've heard good things about it. Thing is, I don't know if I should play the re-release that they did, or if I should play the original DS release. Okay, I gotta heal. Okay, but which Baldur's Gate should I try, though, operator? Because there's Baldur's Gate 1, 2, and 3. Okay, what the heck, game? I've also heard good things about Wasteland. There's a lot of isometrics. I gotta pick up because I love the genre of an isometric. I love isometric RPG as a genre. It's so good in my mind. It leads itself very well to the idea of an RPG. It's why I love Fallout, it's why I love Fallout 1 and 2. It's because, yeah, it's because the scenes in the game are just great in my mind. Like, the scenery for New Reno in the entirety of it is one of my favorite things. I don't get why people want to base things on 5e. I understand, oh, it's the most hot new thing, but like, 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons is not that good. Gotta be honest, it's not. It's not all that it's cracked up to be. The time they tried to make 5th edition similar to 3.5 is when it was good in my mind, with the Unearthed Arcana that they made, but other than that, it's like, not really. That's because, like, 5th edition applies really good logic for a video game. Not a tabletop RPG. Like, that's the thing about 5th edition, is it makes for really good video games, but it doesn't make for good tabletop. Like, it's kind of the situation where if you ask me what makes a good tabletop, it goes in order of GURPS, 3.5 D&D, and then 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons at, like, at the very bottom. I'd rather play 4th edition over 5th. And I think everyone, and anyone who's ever played 4th remembers, 4th is really bad. Yes, Gypsros is very big. How did that pull me back? Yeah, like, most people only really know about 4th edition from the Pup and Forest video, but in general, 4th edition is really bad for Dungeons and Dragons. Like, it's not even a joke with how bad it is. It's gonna end up back here. Are you kidding me? Why? AI, what's your issue? I feel like this is some of the most unstable AI for monsters ever. The Gaia Online text. Yeah, you had to bring up Gaia Online for that message, man. Man, I miss the old internet days. Like, Gaia Online was such a oddity. Okay, I have to say, being a kid who grew up during the early, like, not in the teens or a kid during early internet era was interesting. It's like if you were a teen or an adult, yeah, it was an interesting time for you, but dang, as a kid, it was something else. And it sounds so stupid. The fondest memory I have of the early internet era, like, after we got internet, was... It sounds so stupid to say this, but it was original Webkins. That is where I have most of my fondest memories as a child with the internet. Mainly because I was playing games with my mother. Wow, most of my fondest memories as a kids, as a young kitten, very much are just me with my family. Now thinking about it. Oh yeah, there was also the time my brother played WoW. That was fun. He used my dad's account to play. No, there's like a 6-year difference between my brother and I. My internet days are somewhat blurry. All of those websites were made by Russians, which no longer exist. That's a loaded answer. I don't want to know what those websites were. Hacking Fantasy Star 2 portable Fantasy Star Portable 2. Yeah, a lot of the internet in like its best forms is very much gone. Like that's the saddest part, is a lot of the internet with what was really good about it is gone. When you think about it. Done almost a decade ago. Dang. Yeah, peer-to-peer had very... No, oh, PSP2 had some interesting interaction with hackers. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, no. Fantasy Star. I read that as something else entirely. The constant need to block right now. Game, I can't see! Yeah, the early days of gaming were very interesting in terms of being able to do pretty much whatever you wanted to do in terms of hacking and stuff like that, because you rarely ever got punished. It's flying away. Paintball it. Oh, come on! It's doing its whole runaway shtick again. I just want to kill it. Thank you. That's not what I want. Rubbery hide. Rubbery hide. Game, don't make me have to hunt another one, please. Rubbery hide. Dude, I just want... I need a poison sack so I can upgrade my weapon. Wrong button! Yeah, and how do I get the tranks for the monster? That's my question if I have to capture.
Hi. Hi.
That's so dumb. Early Monster Hunter, man, you can only capture if we say so. Not this. Okay. I might have a conniption fit because we're in swamp and the Bullfangos piss me off. The Bullfangos really make me angry. I spawn in and I spawn in and they immediately start charging me. Okay, game. Think happy thoughts, cat. Think happy things, not things that make you angry. Genuine bacon cheeseburger, a genuine bacon cheeseburger classic. It's hard to find. It's hard. Okay, I'm assuming you're having dinner. Okay, throw me in a corner, I guess. Because I can't get out! I'm dead. Yeah, welcome to I can't control if I get thrown into a corner, because there's 5 friggin' monsters! Just relax. One minute, I gotta turn on some music. I gotta turn on some music for this one. $2,000 anime openings. Yeah, we're doing this. And I'm smiling now because we got Code Geass. We got the Code Geass opening going. Okay. Well, Fangos, I don't have time for you. Like, I can't even sharpen because of them. I can't even... I couldn't even get to it. Okay, game. Well, Fangos, I hate you. Like, with genuine hate. Because I can't even heal! And no matter where I go, it's just gonna have things that attack me. It's not the issue of the positioning, Max. It's the fact that basically no matter what I do, I have to keep track of 4 to 5 different enemies at one time. Because no matter the area it goes to, it's going to go somewhere that has both Fangos or Iodromes. I mean, Ioprey. So no matter where I go, it's going to turn into me being attacked. From every possible angle. Can you not? And now in 5, it's going to be Iodrome and yeah, Bullfango. Seriously. I literally can't respond because of the amount of enemies. Just stop. And I'm... Come on! This isn't a matter of how good I play. This is a matter of there are so many enemies that it is actually impossible to keep track of every single angle. I don't care about the idea that there's rules that you have to follow with certain monsters. You can't follow any of them when you have 5 or 4 different enemies on you. And the fact that this is the only capture mission that I can find for a Gypsaros is basically saying, congratulations, because I'm not playing online, well, guess what? I'm not going to be able to do it. When this is supposed to be the offline missions for the Gathering Hub. I already know people are gonna say skill issue. I'm looking at this from a design standpoint. Because from a design standpoint, that is objectively bad and is designed purely for the only reason of keeping players playing for as long as humanly possible. And in developer terms, that's hostile design. How do I make paintballs? Which I don't have. Paint plus set, paint berry plus set plant. Okay. You have paint berry? No, you don't. The reason I say specifically designed to keep players playing as long as possible, operator, is because this is during the era where this is during the era where they were using methods to pad out content as much as humanly possible, specifically for the sake of keeping players waiting for your next game. That got worse even now. In which it's where games are hyper padded out compared to this era of video games, but it is still just as bad. Adding artificial difficulty for the sake of padding out a game is genuinely a way that you make me angry. It's the reason why I don't like Dark Souls 3. Because Dark Souls 3 added so much tedium and monotony to the moves by having them have extremely long attack combos or extremely long delayed frames specifically before you actually get hit, forcing you to have to go through and run back more times than you normally would in, say, Dark Souls 1 or 2. It's the reason why I say Dark Souls 1 and 2 are fair yet challenging. Dark Souls 3, Sekiro... I want to throw Sekiro on there. Dark Souls 3, Elden Ring, and Elden Ring Night Reign, in my mind, are objectively using means of artificially extending the gameplay through the means of artificial difficulty. And that's what modern FromSoft does. Meanwhile, I don't want to diss Sekiro for the fact that Sekiro is literally just learn to block. That's about it. Abuse the stealth mechanic and learn to block. That's really how that game that's how that game goes. Okay, I need to go do... I don't know what mission because I gotta get paint berries. And is this Paper Moon? No, it's Gundam, Gundam 00. There we go. I'll just gather around here. One of the major selling points of games back in 06 was how much time does the game have? Because if you're going to spend, example, back then, games were between, I think it's between, back then it was between $30 and $50. You wanted to advertise to people, it's like, it has this much time for gameplay. And that's always been a thing, even till today. The means of just extending how much gameplay there is has changed. During this era, it was just stack on as much artificial difficulty as possible. Nowadays, it's battle passes, time gating, and a bunch of other stuff because they're live service. I get that they advertised on multiplayer. Thing is, you still have that incentive you still want to have that incentive. So therefore, make things as difficult as possible, because even in a multiplayer game, if you have 4 people going at one time, well, what's going to happen is it's going to be very easy. So therefore, artificially stack it against you in a means that isn't fun to the player. And if I sound like I'm talking like I'm trying to be mean, I'm not. It's just I'm really annoyed. It's by how it's doing that. Just let me harvest my plants. Nothing left there. I could understand it being specifically due to hardware limitations. This still doesn't mean it's not going to make me angry. Okay, nitro shrooms. In your dreams, yeah. Baby. No, no. Game, can I get a paint pot, please? Can I get a paint plant? Nope, I got a sleep herb. I want to gather the mushrooms. Okay, yeah, no. Scatternut. What is this song from? Oh, 1 ounce. Scatternut. Herb. Game, what I need is a paint berry. It's not that hard. Okay, calm down. Apologies for the conniption fit. Okay. I can move the fan away now. It's actually getting too cold. Do you have what I need? No, your inventory wasn't reset. Okay. Jinprey hide, Jinprey hide, Jinprey scales. I'm missing too much on that end. Okay. Both of them are enjoying bones right now. Hello, Heaven's Door. Welcome to the channel. How you doing? Hunting monsters, and in a manner that makes me very infuriated to a degree at times. It is fun, but it can also be really infuriating. Okay. But how's your day going? I was looking to my mouse to grab a trackball, but I was like, oh, I have both mice on my desk right now. I'm doing good. Thank you. Critter Hymns did it. I have to add that to the bio down below. Technically, it's 7 cats in a trench coat. Eventually, I will have it set up to where you can, through like redeems, what can be done is to actually take the entirety of like a single cat if someone wants that model out at that time. But I have to get them done for that, and then I also have to do the humanoid versions of them. Because yes, I am going to do the joke where Lost Link went, you know what, your model should be a cat girl. And I'm like, first off, no, that's weird. But then I thought about it in a bit and like, you know what? Let's make the 7 cats in a trench coat have human forms. Gotta reset our inventory again. The comical thing is, like, the name Cat came from, if I remember, it comes from a joke from when I was a kid where I would fall asleep in sock baskets. And I could sleep anywhere. I would also sit in boxes. When I was working retail, someone actually got a photo of it. I was like, that's a box. I was like, that's a sittable box. Proceeded to sit in the box. And then someone took a photo of it. So now my old manager has a photo of me sitting in a box. For some reason, because he thought it was funny. Thank you. They are a pivotal part of my life and keep me from going completely insane. I'd have a cat, but my mother's allergic to cats. Also, I'm gonna be honest, pretty much like the Doodle could be friends with a cat. Shirley could also be friends with cats. Shirley is the yellow one. She's the yellow lab. But it's the fact that sometimes they're not the best of friends with cats. The yellow lab is Shirley May. And then the Doodle, which is down here off camera, is Tessa. Or as my mother calls her, Tessa Boo. What is going on with Rico's server? Oh, it was a live notification for them going live because they're playing Root. Yeah, they are. They're cute puppies. Plus, they help me from not going absolutely insane. Her thing didn't reset. I have my own tapping emote. My eyes twitching. Yay. So fun. This is new, by the way. The eye twitching is new. I'm like, this, I should probably talk to my neurologist about it. Yeah, sometimes words are harder to hear over a microphone through a live stream. That's just kind of how it is. Ah. Dun, 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 dun. Tonight, no temptation. Tonight, no dun, 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 dun. I'm just gonna start buying. I'm gonna spend some of the money to get points for the farm. Yeah, that is. She is the 12-year-old dog. She's an old lady. She's got darker in color as she's got older. Before, she was like a cream white when she was a puppy. But as she's got older, the patches of golden, the patches of yellow has actually came through more. Which I like, because it shows that she actually is a yellow lab, not just an albino one that's white. Yeah, there are a few different breeds of dog that are similar in coloration to a yellow lab. It's just a matter of size for most of them. She is... Okay, this requires some explanation. She's kind of finicky because when she was younger, I accidentally kicked a yoga ball at her face without meaning to. For reference, I don't abuse my dogs. But I accidentally did fling a yoga ball at her face. So she's a little hesitant when people go near her face, but she does love pets. She loves her bones. One of the things she enjoys the most is, hilariously enough, when small children are around, she'll flop on her back, put her belly up, because she knows that it's a small child. So to her, she wants to look as friendly as possible. She's a very interesting dog in that case, to where she is actually willing to put herself in like a very vulnerable position if she knows someone's a child. Like a young child type of situation. From birth, she basically had the instincts of an emotional support dog or an emotional therapy dog, but we never got her the paperwork to actually go through to it. It's just one of those very neat little things about her, is the fact that she pretty much picked up on what to do instinctually. She is also the dog that is partly the reason I'm still alive. As in, literally, she's helped figure out when, like, my medical issues got really bad one time and, could have killed me. Yeah, she figured out that for some reason, when I would fall asleep, when I was younger, what would happen is I would stop breathing in my sleep. And she would wake me up whenever that started to happen. Eventually, that led me to figuring out that I have sleep apnea when I was younger. Sleep apnea when I was younger, and I might be getting sleep apnea again, but this one's due to wait because I was on steroids for 3 months and I've yet to lose the weight from the steroids. Yeah, the fact that the dogs do that with me is one of the reasons why I say I will pretty much always have a dog in my life, because they are very, very good friends to me. Most animals are. The only animals that aren't are, comically, birds and bats. I have been at one point in my life, a bird just randomly decided to start pecking my head. Just like to the point it started hurting type of scenario. Me and birds do not get along. This is why I constantly mess with Faithful by saying by calling her Burbs Nuggets. Because she has chickens. She has chickens, ducks, and a few other animals. Yet I call them Nuggets. I don't mind talking about various subjects. It's kind of the thing that happens on stream. Talking about random subjects that are either matters involving myself and or just various matters that are just hilariously things I enjoy just kind of happen. Can I get up? Be fair, I also do that when it comes to like the YouTube channel. I'm very transparent about my personal matters on some things. Some things I'm not, but when it comes to matters of health, I am, because I have to be able to tell people when and why I can't stream on some days. There have been multiple times I've put out a notification on the Discord saying, yeah, I need to sleep. I'll see you tomorrow. Because I don't sleep all that much. But yeah, also to everyone watching, I got a video in the works for YouTube. It's going to be talking about plagiarism, because I'm sick and tired of people misusing the word plagiarism. I don't sleep much because there is a condition known as amplified musculoskeletal pain. Think fibromyalgia, but worse. I am one of the... I think it's less than a few thousand people who actually have it, like, properly diagnosed. To the point that I was a case study for it, and I was a case study for it, for the, that was with the Cleveland Clinic. Main clinic. There's a few different ones. Also, Gloopy, why can't you... The bird would most likely be in a cage sized for the bird. Are your cats that evil? Genuine question, man. How evil are your cats? Need to open this bottle with one hand. There we go. Caesar and Brutus. I love the fact that they're named Caesar and Brutus because it's historically funny. Now, if one of them was named Romulus, the other one and as well, that would be even better. We live in a tiny house, so even if it wasn't a cage, the cats would either terrorize them or mortally wound them. Good point. Good point made right there. Also, speaking of Romulus, favorite servant in Grand Order. He's one of my favorite. The real question is, when is Brutus killing Caesar? The forever war has continued, even in cat form. Yeah, Brutus is trying to kill Caesar. Caesar's just trying to survive, and then you have the third cat, Romulus, just looking at them all going, "You're idiots." I created cat Rome for you two to try to kill each other. Oh, and then you have Cat Nero Claudius just sitting there playing a cat-sized fiddle. That makes it even funner. I have to try to get... I have to get specifically Nero one of these days in Fate Grand Order, but like the chances of pulling Nero on a gacha is I think she's a 4-star, so she has one of the lower drop chances, and like I can get her. It's just gonna cost me some money, but it's also one of those things of like it's just random. It's just one of those things of like I got past Singularity 3 to where I can actually try it. One of these days, it sounds so stupid. I don't want to be part of like the gacha streaming community. But I kind of just... I want to play Grand Order on stream one of these days. Just because I enjoy Grand Order. But yeah, it's like... I truthfully want to do that, but I don't want to be part of the gacha streaming community, and it would very quickly turn into that. Where is the second one? The puppy is actively trying to eat the bone. Not like bite on it. No, she's trying to eat it. I can hear her when she takes a bite, and all you hear is a like a giant crunch. That's not what I wanted to do, game. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Essen, leave it. You are not eating clothes. We already had to have you vomit because you ate saran wrap a few days ago. We are not doing this again. Yes. After, I think it was after stream, no, it was last Saturday, Tessa decided to eat saran wrap because it smelled like pizza. Yes, Nero Claudius was one of the emperors of Rome that literally was playing the fiddle as Rome burned to the ground. Yeah, that's what happened to her before, is she ate a towel. She ate a towel and had to have it surgically removed. I do not know what you mean by how you write that. Or if you're talking about the first name of Nero Claudius, it's Nero. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna get carded. Oh, what was he playing at the end of Rome? No one knows what he was playing. All we know is it was a fiddle, and he was just playing it while Rome was burning. Nero Claudius was kind of a terrible emperor, I'm gonna be honest. And that's like putting into consideration that you had an emperor literally die on the front lines during the last few days of the Roman Empire because he decided it was a good idea to just, you know what? If my country's going down, I might as well be on the front line with the soldiers. If I remember correctly, he was actually turned into a servant for Fate. So I can actually get his name. Turn that down so no one gets blasted with main menu stuff. Yeah, I recently picked up Fate Go again, and I've just been playing it free to play. It's very fun for me. Constantinos the 11th is the servant is the emperor I was talking about. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I think it's in English. I think it would be read as Constantine, but it is actually written as it would be in Latin for GL for FGL. No, an operator. He's going to say he's gonna put down the correct pronunciation. You have bombberry, needleberry, scatternut, but you don't have paintberry? Game. Yeah, I need to get a paintberry so I can put it in the farm. Let's do FMA Brotherhood music. Even though I am more a fan of the original Full Metal Alchemist. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I really am not. Brotherhood is good, but like the original was so good. Which is kind of funny because like throughout the entirety of middle school, I had an iPod Nano that I would listen to about, I think it was 30 different songs on repeat. At minimum, it would be the first like 5 were the opening to Angel Beats, the first opening of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. You had I Would Walk 1,000 Miles. I forget what the other 2 were, but they were also anime openings. So it's like, huh, I'm so used to hearing this song. Up to which character of the original do you recommend watching? Are you talking about Full Metal Alchemist? Because with Full Metal Alchemist, the original aired, I think it was either 03 or 06. Oh, before or after Brotherhood. This is the thing about Full Metal Alchemist. The original Full Metal Alchemist anime deviates from the manga in about episode 6. So after episode 6, they deviate and become their own stories. So really, you could watch the original Full Metal Alchemist before or after Brotherhood, and it wouldn't interfere with each other. It's just the moment of after you watch the original Full Metal Alchemist, the early aughts version, you then need to go and watch its movie Shambhala, because Full Metal Alchemist Shambhala is specifically a continuation of the original anime. It's strange, but it makes sense when you realize what happens at the end of the original FMA. And personally, I think I think Shambhala is a good movie. I would put, honestly, FMA Shambhala at, like, probably movie 4 of the old anime movies to watch. And that's just because they're good. You then have 2 of the Bleach movies, with one of them being Hellverse, and I love it. Dance party! But yeah, there is a lot of old anime movies that, like, I recommend people watch because they're just good. Heck, I'd even throw in the original JoJo's in there. Like, the original JoJo's airing would also be good. Not pulling each other. They're fighting over a bone. Because, like, if you've ever watched the original JoJo's, but to be honest, it's really good. Because that's before they get to, like, the, like, really dumb things like stands and a bunch of other stuff, to where it's really... it's just about fighting vampires. You also have probably one of the most easy to understand power systems of Hamon, or Haman, however you want to say it. I've heard it said both ways. But, like, after you get past the original airing of JoJo's, you start getting into whatever the heck JoJo turned into, because I don't have words for it. Yeah, whatever JoJo's Bizarre Adventures turned into, my brain just doesn't understand it. I love its art style, but, like, I cannot wrap my brain around what it became. I tried to watch a little bit of I think it was either part 3 or part 2. And I just couldn't. My brain refused to work. It was one of those things where my brain just decided to go, I can't understand this. I might try to read JoJo's, seeing that I've heard reading it is easier to understand, but it also contains so much more information. So it's one of those situations, it's like, I don't have to do it that serious. Yeah, I think the up and down arrow for JoJo's is very fitting. It's like, it's really good, but at times it's like so confusing, I don't get it. Of course they'd be in the cave. I do kind of miss the fact that there were a bunch of shows that I really did like I liked early on in I liked anime-wise. They never got a continuation, or if they did get a continuation, it was only in Japan. Like, Zero's familiar. I have just given up on getting its second continuation manga. Because it's just Japan. It never got a translated version, even though Zero's Familiar actually sold very well stateside. So if I want to get it, I either have to find used copies from Japan and then have them imported, or I don't get them. And I don't even want to tell you how much it's going to cost to import an entire book set. It'd be expensive. Now, also, if I want to get nano CDs, I actually have to import them. There's no option. It's just importation at that point. Okay, taken care of. Surely, your lip is all stuck again. She's just looking at me with like a smirk on her face because she knows part of her lip is held up by her lower jaw, so it just looks like an off-canter smile. Let the town load. Okay, yeah, no, another one of the songs I listened to as a kid. The fourth song was the opening to Sword Art Online. There we go, I remembered now. Which, I'm gonna be honest, Sword Art Online was awful. But the music was great. Okay, let's look around and see what I can get. You don't mind me asking, Heaven's Door, how did you find the channel? I'm done with you. Okay, nothing left there. Let's go mining. Ah. Because, yeah, most of the people who come in, okay, that was, I probably either, I think, I either rated Icy, Cran, or Faith, Armor of Faith a few times, probably. At this point, I forget how many times I've rated people. Because, yeah, I mainly stick to my friend, my, like, social circle when it comes to, doing raids after stream. And that's not like a dig at anyone else. It's just, I want to know the person slightly. I want to know how the person reacts before I do raids. And that's just kind of one of the things I do. It's kind of my way of saying, okay, this of who I'm sending to. Ah, yeah, Rico. Good friend Rico. The man I sang Christmas carols with. Oh wait, it's getting, oh, it's almost time for that next year. It's almost time for the next, for this year's Christmas carols. We only got 4 more months. Yeah, come December, expect a lot of weird Christmas themed things. Because, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I love Christmas. Not because, like, oh, you get gifts. I love Christmas because I get to be around friends, family, and it's one of those things where genuinely I can actually just be myself. Because, like, this sounds hilarious. I don't have a lot of wants. The only thing I really want when it comes to holidays or birthdays is I just want to see my family. That's really it. Steel. Who messaged me? Oh no. Jifkin lady, no, that meme is cursed. I just saw what was posted on Critter's server, and my brain went, no, that's cursed. It's a version of the long-nosed dog, but instead of a dog, it's Ninetales from Pokemon. Like, my brain just goes, that's so wrong. Yeah, we're gonna go kill a bunch of Velociraptor right now. Here's hoping this is the final quest I need to do before I get the urgent for Village 4. Well, to get to Village 4. But yeah, I started today. Today is the first day where I'm starting to do trying to do daily bike rides because I need to lose the weight. And that is like, that's partly why I made the Instagram, also called The Real Bundle of Cats, because Bundle of Cats was already taken. Because I want to be able to do stuff that's not really like video game focused, but more so like IRL focused. Do like shorts, short little clips there. Do the blacksmithing stuff when I'm doing blacksmithing, stuff like that. I know I could do the blacksmithing on stream, but it's one of those things where it's like, I have to get the setup for it first. But the moment I do get the setup going, yeah, expect me to make not giant-sized versions of Monster Hunter swords. Because that's what I want to do with that stuff. Oh, it's Jan Garuga. Interesting. Personally, this is my favorite version of this family. I like Jan Garuga a lot more than the other ones. Yes, this is the village quest. For 20 Velociraptor. Interesting. What is this from? Oh, it's Hunter x Hunter 2011. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not used to this opening. I'm used to 1999 Hunter x Hunter, not 2011. It's a glitch where you can use to get where you can get free parts from him. Interesting. And Neon Genesis Evangelion. Get in the mech, Shinji! Yes, that just popped into my head like, wait a minute, I have to do it. I have to say the meme. Get in the mech, Shinji! And then if I ever do anything involving Fate, I have to make my alerts the line of Rin telling Shiro, people die when they're people die when they're killed, Shiro. I love that. It's such a stupid line, but it's hilarious. Ah, the original Fate was so good. People die when they're killed, Shiro. Like, wait a minute, what? It's the most memorable line from that entire anime. I also genuinely like the fact that they got the Caliburn scene correct with the original Fate anime, because no one knows Caliburn is supposed to be what summoned to take 7 lives of Heracles, not Shiro summoning Avalon and then giving Avalon to Artoria. Giving Avalon to Artoria comes later and is done specifically in the Unlimited Blade Works route. Because in the original Fate route, Shiro never loses Avalon. It's once you get into Unlimited Blade Works and Heaven's Feel is once Shiro loses Avalon, and is the reason why Unlimited Blade Works, when it heals Shiro, it's slowly killing him. Because how Unlimited Blade Works is, when it heals your body, it's not healing the flesh, it's literally stitching your body back together as swords. Where Avalon basically countered that by saying, hey, you know those swords that would kill you if you used them to heal your body? How about they don't? Dun, 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 Shokugeki no Shokugeki no Shana? No, Death Note. It's Death Note. That's our soul. Two, three, down, 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 tight. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. Where's my soul? Okay, I have to say this about Overlord, the anime. Really good first opening. The Rage of Jan Garuka. Dun, dun, no. $20. Okay, let's go. One, two, three, down, 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 down. Okay, I got 4 paintballs. Let's make this work. Okay, it's not 10. It's either gonna be 3, 2, or 4. Okay, nope. Head down to 2. Where is it? Okay, concern face. My brain just went, I know this song, I know these lyrics. Oh no. I will say flat out that, like, Tokyo Ghoul has some of the best weapon design. Like, the bioorganic weapons of the ghouls, I love. Hey! Tessa! Sorry about that. She was kind of freaking out. Oh no, I'm bouncing. That's bad. I'm bouncing terribly. I'm bouncing on its wings. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we'll come back tomorrow, and I will try to fight Jan Garuga. No. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna let the game save. Because I gotta upgrade my weapon again, because I'm bouncing. I will need to look up the Jan Garuga glitch then, because yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know how to do it. But with that said, we will raid out. Wow, a lot of people I talk to are live right now. We are going to raid over to Icy. Now, with that said, thank you everyone for coming. God bless, and be safe. I'll be back tomorrow.